Hello everyone, this is Sumita Gupta. Welcome you all for my 33 lecture of electronic devices and circuits. Now today's topic is E-MOSFET differential amplifier characteristics. Means in short we will do large signal analysis. Okay, so this is the differential amplifier using E-MOSFET. Okay, two identical transistors, E-MOSFET transistors. Okay, this is your drain, gate and source. Same here, drain, gate and source. Okay, now both source are connected here with the current source. Okay, this is gate 1 voltage applied with the gate of transistor 1, gate 2 voltage. The current flowing in the first transistor is ID1, the current flowing in the second transistor is ID2. So this is called MOS differential pair. If you remember, I have explained the previous lecture, differential amplifier which amplifies the difference between the input signal. Okay, so what is the difference between input signal here? VID equals to VG1 minus VG2. VG1 minus VG2. Okay, so now what is the topic for today is we have to plot the characteristics. What is the characteristic? Transfer characteristics. Transfer characteristics means plot between output versus the input. So in the different, okay. So what is the output current is ID, and here two currents, so ID1 and ID2, and versus input voltage is VID, difference between input voltage 1 and 2. So ultimately we have to plot the characteristics between the currents and differential voltage. So we want the characteristics of ID1 and ID2 with respect to input differential voltage. Okay, now so we'll start with the some expression. This is expression of drain current for first transistor, for second transistor, and we are taking the case of both transistors are on, both transistors are in saturation region. Okay, so both transistors in saturation region, then expression of current in saturation region is ID1 equals to Kn dash W by L divided by 2 VGS1 minus VT whole square. Remember here, this K and dash your transistor parameter means mu n into COX. Mu n is mobility of electrons and COX is your oxide capacitance. The value of COX is F solid OX divided by TOX, means permittivity divided by thickness. Okay. So these are our transistor parameters. K and dash. W is the width of transistor. L is length of transistor. VGS means GS1 means the gate to source voltage of transistor 1, and VT is your threshold voltage. So this is the expression of drain current for first transistor in saturation region. Same for second transistors. ID2 equals to Kn dash W by 2L VGS2 minus VT whole square. Okay. The whole concept I have taken from the book Sadra's Spec. Okay. So this is chapter 8 of the book Sadra's Spec. Now taking the square root of the both side of the whole both equation 8.1 and 2. So under root ID1 equals to under root half Kn dash W by L VGS minus VT. This VGS minus VT, it is also called overdrive voltage. So in many places it can be VOV. Remember, okay? This is their overdrive voltage. So under root ID1 equals to under root half Kn dash W by L VGS1 minus VT. Same for ID2. Okay. Now remember, VGS minus 1 minus VGS2 is difference between two input voltages, that is VID. So in place of VGS1 minus VGS2, you can put VID. Okay. Now subtract equation 8.132 minus 8.14 means this equation to this equation. If you subtract both equations, this term will be common. VGS minus VT. Sorry, this term under root half Kn dash WL will be common. Okay, so inside the bracket VGS1 minus VGS2. So VGS1 minus VGS2 VID. So after subtracting these two equations, we'll get the equation under root ID1 minus under root ID2 equals to under root half Kn dash WL VID. Okay. Now, if you remember the concept, this whole current is here, sum of here. So means this I is basically, this is sum up of both drain current ID1 plus ID2. Okay. So we can write ID1 plus ID2 equals to I. Okay. Now what we will do to solve it further, just whole square this equation, means square this equation both sides. If we take a square of this equation, so remember the formula of a minus b whole square, a square. So under root id1 square is id1 plus a minus b whole square, a square plus b square means under root id2 square is id2 square minus 2ab, so 2 root id1 into id2, like this. Okay. And this side, this under root will be cancelled out with the square, and this id1 plus id2 becomes capital I. Okay. So after squaring, we will get the equation to under root id1 id2 equals to I minus half kn dash w by r vid square. Again, listen what we have done. We have just squared this equation. If we square this equation, id1 plus id2 becomes I minus 2 under root id1 and id2. This will be in left hand side. id1 and id2 equals to, in right hand side, under root will be cancelled. But vid is not in under root. So vid will be vid square, and same will be 1 upon 2 kn dash w by l. Okay. So we'll get this now. We'll move this to minus 2 root id1 id2 in the right side, and these terms to the left side. The equation becomes 2 under root id1 id2 equals to I minus half kn dash w by l vid square. Okay. Remember what is our aim? We want to find the equation of id1 and id2 with respect to vid. Okay. Now, actually, in the standard group, they just solve and write the direct equation. What is the answer direct? So it's a request, if you want to solve, so solve with me parallel. Okay. So in this equation, id1 plus id2 equals to capital I. So put this id2 equals to I minus id1. I minus id1. Okay. And then solve this equation. So see, I have solved this equation. This is your given equation. Now, first of all, take a square of this equation both sides. If you take a square, what will happen? 2 becomes 4. 4 under root id1 id2 under root will be cancelled. id1 id2 equals to. Now this is your a and this is your b. Now use a minus b whole square. Now a square means I square, b square means this term whole square. So 1 upon 4 kn dash w by l vid square whole square. Minus 2ab. 2 into I into 1 upon 2. So 2 will be cancelled. Kn dash w by l vid square. So this is your equation. In this equation, in the place of id2, we have to put I minus id1 from this equation. As id1 plus id2 equals to I, so put id2 equals to I minus id of 1. Now we have put, now multiply this equation, 4id1 into I minus 4id1 square equals to, this will be right hand side into as. Okay. Now this term, I am taking these all terms in the one side only. So this is a whole equation. Now in this equation, this is our independent parameters id1, id2. So this equation is like ax square plus b of x plus c equals to 0. So a is your 4, b is equals to 4i, and c equals to this whole term. So how to solve this quadratic equation? Minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2. Now put all the values of b, a, and c. Okay. So this is your b, this is your a. I'll put the value of c after that. Here I have just put c. So what will happen? This 4 can be cancelled out. Take 16 common here. In 16, outside will be 4, 4, 4 will be cancelled. So this will be I by 2 plus minus 1 upon 2 under root I square minus c, because we have taken 16 common here. If 16 is common here, the outside will be 4 and 4, 4 will be cancelled out. So I by 2 plus minus 1 by 2 under root I square minus c. Now put the value of this whole c here. Okay, and you will put the c, I square will be cancelled. Okay, so this will be I by 2 plus minus under 1 by 2 under root I k n dash w by l v l square minus 1 by 4 this. Okay, now take this term common from this. So inside, if we take this term common, this term will be 1, and this whole term is in square form. So one term is taken common, so only one term will be here. So in this way, we have solved this the equation of ID1. So ID1 is your basically I upon 2 plus minus under root E and dash W by L I VID by 2 under root 1 minus VID upon 2 upon I upon K and dash W by L. So in address me directly they have put this equation. So I have solved this equation for you. You solve yourself and verify your result. Okay. So this is your ID1. Okay, now since the increment in ID1 above the bias current of I by 2 must have the same polarity as VID, only the root with plus sign in the second term is meaning. In short, if there are two currents, so first current if it is plus, then second current will be in minus. So ID2 should be in minus, and except everything will be same. So now these two currents, because if BID equals to 0, the current should be half. VID equals to 0 means VID, what was the VID? VID was VZ1 minus VZ2. VZ1 minus VZ2. If we are talking about VID 0 means when both input are same. When both input are same, both current should be same. And the total current is I. So both current is same means both current should be I by 2 plus I by 2. I by 2 plus I by 2. So how I by 2 and I by 2 check here? If VID is 0 means the whole term is 0. This whole term is 0. So ID1 equals to I by 2. ID2 is also equals to I by 2. Okay. When VID equals to 0, then both current are equals to same. Okay. Both input are same. Now, what is our interest? Now we have I by 2. I is your half K n dash WL VGS minus VT square. I have already explained you VGS minus VT is your overdrive voltage. So you can put V over here. So now in this equation, ID equals to I by 2 minus this equation. Convert this equation in terms of overdrive voltage. So from this equation, calculate the value of overdrive voltage. This half will be cancelled. Okay. So VOV square will be from here. What is the value of VOV square? I upon K n dash W by L. I upon K n dash W by L. Okay. So now if you remember in this equation, this becomes V overdrive voltage. In this equation, it becomes V overdrive voltage. So now we have convert the equation of ID1 and ID2 in terms of overdrive voltage. Okay, means now the two current components are in terms of input voltage, also in terms of overdrive voltage. Okay, now these two equations describes the effect of VID on the current ID1 and ID2. And this can be used to obtain the normalized plots of ID1 upon ID and ID2 upon I versus VID over VOV. Okay, means if you will take I common the right side, so this I, this will be 1, this will be 1, and now this will be this I will be here in denominator, same here in the denominator. So now in the left side the term is ID2 upon I, in the right side is VID upon VOV. So now we can get the plot of ID upon I versus VID upon VOV. Okay, now see how. See, now when ID1 increases, or you can say when VID over VOV increases, see the difference. When VID upon VOV increases, what will happen here? when VID over VOB increases, okay, or you can say when this second term increases, it is in minus, so ID2 will be decreases. Means when VID over VOB increases, but this term is in minus, so ID2 will be decreases, but ID1 increases. Okay, so see here. When this VIB upon VOB increases, this input differential voltage increase of over the voltage, then IDB increases, but ID1 increases, but ID2 decreases. Understood? Again, listen carefully. When VID over VOB, this parameter increases, but as per this equation, when this negative term increases, so this term will be decreases and this will be increases. Now next, when VID over VAB decreases, so something in decreases matlab in minus sign, and minus of minus will be adding. Suppose this is 2 or it is 2. Okay, this is in plus, this is in minus. Now this term, sorry, now this term in minus, suppose it is minus 3 and it is also minus 3. Wait a minute, this is minus 3 and this is also minus 3. So what will happen? The upper one become minus 1 and lower one become the 2 plus 3, 5. So when negative value increases, then what will happen? ID2 increases and ID1 decreases. Same here. When this negative value increases, then ID2 increase. ID2 is increasing, but ID1 decreases. So this is your differential amplifier characteristics, or we can say differential amplifier transfer characteristics. Okay. So this is when we are ignoring the this say, taking some approximation here, means we are assuming this term is very less than 1. This term is very less than 1. This term, so this under root term will be ignorable. Okay? This under root term will be ignorable. So simply ID1 equals to I by 2 plus I by VO with this, ID2 equals to this. Okay, and we can say differential current is equals to I by VOB VID upon 2. So what? Why we are doing this? Because transfer characteristics which we have uh, obtained here, this is obviously non-linear. It is non-linear because this term is this is second order term, VID square upon 2. If you remember, this add the harmonics. Whenever square term added, that added the some harmonics. So due to this, we are getting the non-linearity. If we want to decrease that non-linearity, then we have to reduce that term. We have to remove this square term. For square term removing, what we have done, we have taken approximation. Now this is characteristic this. Now for different values of VOB, we can control this. We can make the characteristics more linear than non-linear. Okay. Now when VOB by point to then characteristic was then VOB increasing, the characteristics is changing. So in this way, what we can do, we can in this way we can obtain the linear characteristics. Okay, so this was your MOS differential amplifier. Thank you so much. Keep learning, keep sharing. God bless.